Hey, what's going on out there, family and friends? Welcome to the podcast. Let's talk about adoption, foster care podcast. I'm your host, Kevin V, better known as Skeeter. We have two co-hosts, my family members, my first family members that I found through DNA, a cousin Bobbi and a cousin Sandra. But before we get into the little show, we're going to go ahead and give a shout out to all those local vendors that I've been promoting over the past few months. We're going to ask everyone to go to my website, livingmyshadows.org, and go up to vendors, and you'll see about 4 or 5 vendors, from books to videos to videographers to people that do painting and odd jobs. Just go ahead and click my link, and it'll take you straight to their page. Go ahead and look them up. We also have 2 books that we've been trying to promote: Living My Shadows, Dream to Come True, which is my first book, and we also have the other book, which is called Shadows of Emotions, Life After the Dream. Talks about life after me finding my loved ones and some of the things that you have to go through as an adoptee, the emotional roller coaster. But that's enough for me. We're gonna just dive into our show, family reunion. That's what I call it, my family reunion. My first cousins that I found, my biological connection, who actually helped me to find my biological parents and my sisters and brothers. So we have cousin Bobbi, top left, and we have cousin Sandra, bottom right. How y'all doing, family?
Doing just fine. I think I'm bottom right, Kev.
Go bottom right. Oh, okay. Well, it looks the way I have it. It looks on. You have top left.
All right. Well, see,
okay, go ahead and introduce yourselves and just go. I don't have no script. We just gonna dive right on in.
Okay, Sandra, you want to go first, and then I can follow you, baby.
Yes, ma'am. Hello, everybody. I'm Sandra, and I'm a family researcher. In the beginning, I was just a person who had a hobby, and I met Bobbi, who I call Mima. She is my mom away from home. She's my angel. She's my ram in the bush. And just love her to pieces. Love, 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 love her. And we do research together. And are we still on?
Yes.
I just got it. It says the meeting no longer. Oh, I'm sorry.
There you are.
I just received. Okay, but so anyway, I came to Georgia years ago, and when me and Bobbi, we met up, we started walking together, and then we started talking about family, and next thing you know, we started doing research, and then we took it a step further and did DNA tests, and boy, did we find out a whole lot of stuff. So we've been inseparable ever since. And I am just glad that all 3 of us is on here together, because it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. This is the first time we actually have a visual, all 3 of us together at one time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, but it was, yeah, I just want you to know, Mima, I love you very much. And I just appreciate your knowledge, because I'm telling you, I don't think I could have gone this far without Bobbi, because she's very, very familiar with Mississippi. So she is my human map. Definitely. So yeah, she's got some wisdom over there, a lot of it.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Okay. Well, Sandra, thank you. The feelings are mutual. Believe me, you are my diamond in the rough. Okay, you are my 3rd daughter. I have 2 bio daughters, and you are my 3rd semi-bio daughter. Okay, you know,
yes, ma'am.
You have always been there for me from the first day that we met. You have been there for me in every aspect that I can think of. I mean, you know, when I didn't know, you took me by the hand. When I didn't have, you made sure that I did have, you know. So that I'm gonna leave that alone. So because I don't want to sit up here and both of us start crying because we sensitive. Okay. Okay. So I started researching back in 2004. I had lost my dad August of 2004. He was 99 years old. My mother passed when I was 21 years old. So being an only child that my mom and dad had, that when I lost my mom at 21 and then my dad at 59 years of age, I was devastated. So dad died August of 2003. I lost my job that I had for about 15 years, November of 2003. So I was, like I said, I was devastated. So I was a daddy's girl, and I used to follow my dad around, and he constantly told me things about his family. He was born in Mississippi, and when he was 4 years old, his parents moved to Blowsville, Arkansas. And when he was 37 or 38 years old, he divorced his first wife and he moved back to Mississippi, Panola County, Mississippi. And that's where he met my mom at. And that's where I grew up at. So I never knew Dad's family, but he talked so much about him. I knew them through conversations that we had. And so March of 2004, I got a 2-week trial period on Ancestry.com.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's where it just escalated from there. And literally, I did research on the things that my dad told me about his family.
Wow.
And that's how I got started. I knew, and then when I would find things on Ancestry, those was the same thing my dad had told me.
Wow.
I just had to put the birth dates down.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I had to put down on the tree.
That's amazing.
And that's how I was able to get started. And then, what was it? That was 2004. I think 2008 or 9
Mm-hmm.
when I met Sandra.
Oh, okay.
And then we found out that her family was from Natchez, Mississippi, which is Adams County.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's how we was able to
Get the connection.
And then she missed her mom so much. She was from Cali.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like a mama image to her. And my 2 girls was in Pennsylvania. So I was dying for a daughter, And so it all just fit right in together. So that's how I got started, doing research. And from that, I just went on, and I was able to find out 5 years ago. I always thought that my surname was Crenshaw.
Mm-hmm.
And then I found out that it's not, it was Oliver. I found out that the Olivers are from Virginia, and that it was 2 brothers, Williams, and I can't think of the other Oliver man. And they would go to Louisiana and Baton Rouge, and that's where they would purchase the slaves at when they would come in from Antigua. That's where my 3rd great grandmother, that's where she was located at. But her mother, Catherine, was born in Congo, Africa in 1792.
Wow. You was able to trace that far back.
I was able to go that far back.
Wow.
And Catherine was in Antigua, and she had 3 children, Agnes, Jacob, and Aaron. And when she came to Baton Rouge, they were separated. One of the Oliver brothers purchased my 3rd great grandmother, Agnes.
Mm-hmm.
And he was from Virginia. They was from Virginia. And just so happened that Abraham was from Trinidad, probably from Africa.
Right. More like
I haven't been able to determine. And then one of the Oliver brothers or the same Oliver brother purchased him and took the two of them back to Virginia. Now, I know that the slaves was not, they only had one name up until what, 1870. But what I found, I believe that Agnes and Abraham, I believe they was free slaves. Because from what I understand, the Oliver brothers did not believe in slavery, but they needed workers to work their land.
Gotcha.
So I was able to track them all the way back to 1820.
Wow.
Abraham and Agnes.
Wow. That's amazing.
So they was on the census 1820, 1830, 1840, 1850, 1860, and then 1870 is when, you know, they started to having last names.
Wow.
I even found a select marriage certificates for Abraham and Agnes. I believe that Abraham's father's name was David Oliver, and Sandra found that for me. I always thought it was Isaac Oliver, but what I also learned is that they recycle names.
Oh yeah, I found that out. Yep.
Yes, for example, as you know, Kevin, that they will name their firstborn sometimes or their secondborn male after their brother.
Yep.
So with Abraham name being Abraham, I thought his father was Isaac. But Isaac Oliver born 1793. I think he was an uncle of Abraham, and John was Oliver, like I said, was his father.
Right.
I have been able to find some Olivers that I'm in contact with now that lives in Virginia and Maryland.
Wow.
And that we are friends. We haven't had the opportunity to meet yet, but I, have been able to make that contact with them.
Have you met a Bobbi Oliver or Robert Oliver? No?
No, Gordon, and I'm trying to think of another ones. I know Gordon because every morning I get a good morning from him, and every night I get a good night from him. And if I don't reciprocate, he gets an attitude, okay? Because at first I was just sending him a thumbs up.
Right.
So after about 3 weeks, he sent me and said, "What's wrong with your thumb?" And I said to myself, "Oh, I didn't get it at first."
Right.
I have it now. And also what I have learned that with the Olivers, ministers, there are lots of ministers, and the Crenshaws and the Vaudemans, Vaudeman, Vaughtmans. And they go all the way back to the 1700s as ministers. Jeremy Vaudeman. And I think the connection with the Crenshaws is a Jane Crenshaw married a Vaudeman.
Ah, okay. Wow, you've been doing a lot of research.
That's because, like I say, after my father passed, I went back to work. I think it was like 2006, and I let it alone. And then in 2008, I retired for 4 years. And that's all I did.
Wow.
That's all I did. And Sandra have been instrumental in connecting the trees for me, because I just don't have that knack. Because I was putting everything on the tree that I found. It was so much garbage on that tree. Sandra told me, said, Mima, people are getting mad at you because you put stuff on the tree that you haven't proved. You can't do that, Mima.
That's funny. funny. That is funny. Well, I'm so glad that I'm able that because of your researches and you being on Ancestry that I bumped into you. I think I sent you a message.
You did.
And my story kind of like touched your heart. And
Yeah.
you know, you put me in contact with Sandra. I mean, it because of that first contact, it opened up so many things to me. Because like you, you know, I just wanted to find out more about myself. I didn't even know my parents at all, and you know, you know, the state had all the information, but they wouldn't share it with me. So it was like a big jigsaw puzzle, and I was one of the ones that were really blessed to actually find my connection, and I'm still finding connection each and every day. I haven't even went down the Oliver Crenshaw Avenue yet. It's just so much. I'm just involved
It is.
so much. It's just sometimes it's very overwhelming.
It is.
You
Not
know?
sometimes, all the time.
Yeah.
And let me share this with you with the Coopers and our connection. And I'll tell you why real quick, why your story touched me so much, Kevin. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm
the
here.
reason your story touched me so much, because there is a connection with the Coopers. The Coopers have a tendency of, if they don't give the children away, a family member will end up raising the children.
Ah, okay.
Now that go all the way back to the mid 1800s. And then my mother was born in 1922, and she raised her oldest sister's 2 children.
Wow.
And then I found out that, oh, who was it? There was another back in the 1800s. Oh, then you were saying that you was from Jersey. And by me moving to Pennsylvania in 1959, I had, northeastern Pennsylvania, I had quite a few Caucasian friends. And I had this one girlfriend that when she was 17 years old, she got pregnant by a married man. And her family sent her to New Jersey to have the baby. And she left the baby there.
Wow.
You know, they sent her to an unwed home.
Right.
Pennsylvania. And then there was a couple of young girls that when I graduated from high school in 1963, it was a couple of my classmates that had gotten pregnant, and their parents shipped them off to New Jersey. So when you told me that, the first thing I said to you, I said, Kevin, that, you know, that sounds like me. I believe that your family had to have some prominence about them in order for, you know, you to be put up for adoption.
Right.
And that was the key to me.
Yeah.
That, you know, like it was two-sided. My family that I had learned and had went through that, and I had also lived it with my mom and, you know, her sister.
Wow.
And then when I look at your eyes, Kevin, I see you have the same shaped eyes as the Coopers, as my mom and her sisters.
Wow.
So I can see. That's why when I told you that I didn't want to get all misty-eyed, because I can see. I see it.
Wow. It's amazing. I'm trying not to get misty eyes too, because
okay. All right. And then when I seen it, well, you know, my mom is gone too. And then when I seen your bio mom, I knew it. I knew it. I didn't need nothing. When I looked in her face, I knew it.
Yeah.
You look like she looked like you look like she spit you out, okay?
That's what my sister said. My sister told me, said, you look more like your mother than all of us.
Yep.
And
yep.
And it touches me every time she says that, because all my life I always wanted to know who I looked like.
Yeah.
I mean, I love my adopted family, but I did not look like it. So
yeah,
grow up life, you know, just the little things that people don't appreciate, you know.
How tall was your mom, baby?
My mom was really short. I got robbed. My mom was 4'6".
Oh.
Now guess how tall my father was?
What?
6'4".
Oh my God. You between, my mom was 5 feet.
Ah,
Okay.
you sure too.
Yes. Okay. The shortest one out of her four, well, she had three sisters and one brother. And she was the shortest one. All the rest of them was like 5'8", 5'9".
Yeah, my mom. I told my mom when I met her, I said, Mom, if you were just at least 5 feet, I could have broke 6 foot. My uncle, my father, you know, I have, was it 9 aunts and uncles. All my father was the shortest of the boys. And my tallest uncle was 7 feet. Uncle Donald. Yeah. He had offered to play with the Harlem Globetrotters.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
I found some more, and I had a cousin who did, I can't think of that big word, anthropology. I think that's it, where you research and you come up with trees and stuff. On my mother's side, we found out that we were related to Wilt Chamberlain, the Cartwrights. He was a basketball player. And
Yeah.
even what's his name? He plays for the Golden State Warriors. And I actually talked to a first cousin of his, Thompson.
Yes, Golden State Warriors.
He's hurt now, Thompson. He's one of the Splash Brothers.
Clay.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I talked to his first cousin. Was it Nino? Kimbo. He lives in Florida. I found him on hit him up on 23andMe. So we talk every now and then.
Okay.
So it's just amazing what DNA does. You know, how it puts people together. I mean, sometimes I also found out there's a lot of family secrets. Woo!
Oh yeah.
Oh my Lord, they go to the grave with it.
Yes. Yes.
Man, they keep secrets for.
Because I have some that I refuse to even repeat.
See, Sandra said there's one. There's a witness. There's another witness.
And seeing that daddy told me those, you know. Told me. And I mean, this was his sisters, okay? His sisters and his aunt. I mean, his sisters and his uncle. He told me.
Yeah.
And I have had family to verify.
It's crazy.
You know.
Well, I would like to add that I think just by listening to you, I just have all these ideas of how to, you know, go further with the research. I think that we need to focus on your mom.
Who, me?
And yeah, focus on researching your mom's ancestors.
Well, I'll give you the
because she's closer to Bobbi than you are. So now the tools that I use, I know I sent you the DNA painting tool. We could definitely use that, but I know that on GEDmatch it would help out a whole lot. So I was wondering if maybe we can do a part 2 to this, and you know, after I find out what I discover. But if you could upload her DNA to GEDmatch, I don't know if you've done it already.
Okay, yeah, okay, I'll do that. No, yeah. I didn't even think of that. Yes, we definitely would do that. I have passwords on. Her sister runs it too, but she doesn't get on it that much. But yeah, I hadn't even think of that. But you know, not getting off the topic, but I have to talk to you. I'm not even going to put it online here. When we start recording, I got to ask you a question. We found out some things that.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah, we definitely got to do no doubt. We need to do that, and it could be a part 2 to this. How we get closer to finding out who's that common ancestry that me and Bobbi have.
Right.
Wow.
Sounds great to me.
Amazing. I love y'all.
I love you too, Kevin. And how's the wife doing?
She's doing great. She had a little back injury. I mean, she's been working out. We all been working out, and we think that she might have strained her back. So she, you know, her back is slowly getting back to where it is. She's getting ready to be a first-time grandmother. We found that out. Baby's supposed to be here in May. So, you know, it's a lot of excitement that's going to happen in 2021. We're going 2022, 2020, we just forgetting about it. You know,
Yes.
on New Year's Eve, that's it. It's gone. We ain't thinking about it. You know, we gotta put things on the calendar, like gotta get down to Georgia to meet my folks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a lot of things we're trying to do. But yeah, but she's hanging in there. She's doing really good. Actually, she did her DNA and she's starting to look into her, you know, she has a lot of information about her family. I mean, she can trace her family way back. And
Is she a Parham?
she's a Pelham.
How you spell that?
Pelham. They're like from Arlington, Virginia.
Okay, all right, because I thought it was. Okay.
Yeah, sure. So she started to do that to get a little research about, you know, our history and stuff. But
okay,
hanging in there. We hanging in there.
Because I really want to know about the Bolins.
Yeah. I can find. I don't talk to my son's mother too much, but I can. You can give me a bunch of questions. I'll write them down and I can ask her. I'll send it through my son and see what we can find out. That'd be crazy. That'd be really crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we're gonna wrap this up a little bit. But we just want everybody to know out there that if you want to find out more about yourself, you got to take a DNA. I understand that a lot of people don't want to do that because of privacy laws and things like that. But to me, it's worth finding out who you are, where you come from, who you look like, especially if you don't know your parents and your adoptee and you don't have nothing to go off of. DNA is a good starting point. So we want to let everybody know out there that, you know, adoptees and individuals from the foster care system, y'all strong individuals, and don't ever give up on your dreams. You can do what you want to do. You can be what you want to be. We want to thank cousin Bobbi and cousin Sandra for coming on to the show. We're definitely going to continue this after we do some more research, and hopefully we can help someone find out who they are and find their dreams. So with that being said, we want to say bye to our co-hosts.
All right, bye.
And everyone have a good, happy new year. And this is our last episode for the 2020 year, episode 20. And we're going to do great things in 2021 with this podcast.
Yes, I'm excited about it.
I'm excited too.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Kevin.
Thank you. Y'all be good.
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay.